Hi. Many of you are doing TRE in your own homes now, and many of you are doing them quite safely and comfortably. So as long as you're safe and comfortable, I thought I'd give you a few pointers on how to help the tremor mechanism move through your body more easily. The exercises you're going to see demonstrated on this video are not necessarily for everybody. They're just different postures or positions you can put your body in to help facilitate the tremor mechanism, or there are different movements in your body that might help move the tremor mechanism throughout your body. So just enjoy kind of following it or at least looking at it. And as long as you're safe and comfortable at home doing this, then please feel free to continue to do it. If you have any difficulty, TRE providers are great at observing your body and then helping you figure out which intervention would be best and most useful to help you creatively use the tremor mechanism in your own body. So enjoy watching it and see what you can pick up that might be useful for you. So what you want to do is slide your left leg flat on the floor and just keep your right knee up. Now, you may have to open or close that knee a little bit, meaning move it more towards your midline or further out. Very gently and very slowly to see if you can find the tremors in that right leg. See if you can find that right leg where it can tremor. Then we're just going to wait for a minute and give it a little bit of time because it can often help release the hip or the other leg. So don't look for a result immediately when you change a person's position, because sometimes we have to give the body time to adjust to the position that you put it in because we're shifting fascia patterns and muscle groups. So you want to give it a little bit of time to be able to make that adjustment. Now I want you to observe for yourself with your left leg down, what is it doing? How did that change the pattern of movement at all? And if it did, just observe how it changed it. That's all. All right, now what you're going to do is bring your left knee up and slide your right knee down onto the floor. And then again, with the knee that's bent, you might have to move it further out or closer into the midline to see if you can find a place where it can get a little bit of vibration. And you may have to do this slowly. You don't want to do it too quickly. And then again, you're just going to breathe with it. And you're going to kind of notice, does this do something different? Does it move you in a different way than when your other leg was down? See, this often can reveal a left-right difference here. Now, sometimes people have difficulty moving the tremors down their legs. So I'm going to show you a couple interventions that sometimes can help this. So straighten out both legs now. So we're going to do this 1 foot at a time. But what I want you to do is extend your toes away from you on your right foot. So take your right foot and push the toes away from you, and then pull the toes towards you. And then after you've done that 5 times, just stop and rest again. And we'll see, did the body pick up on that movement somehow? Was that a movement that's going to be useful for your body? If not, it's okay. Okay, now what I want you to do is the other foot. Same thing. Take your left foot. Stretch your toes away from you and then flex them back towards you. Extend it and then flex it. Do that about 5 times. Do all of these nice and slow because you're moving tissue. Tissue doesn't often move as quick as the ego would like it to. Then after you've done that 5 times, just relax again. Let your body rest. Okay, and there's a couple more things that we can do with our feet here. So now take both your toes and point them inwards towards your midline, and then point them outward away from the midline. Then inward and outward, sort of like windshield wipers. And do that again 5 times. Then after you've done that, you just rest. Okay, now you're going to rotate your ankles 5 times in one direction and then 5 times in the other direction. Notice if you have any flexibility in your ankles at all, because sometimes they're very tight. When you're done, just take a deep breath and rest again. Just notice if that does anything to your body that's different. Okay, now you're going to bring your knees back up again. Put them in that position where your feet are about 5 inches apart. Your knees are slightly wider apart than your feet. Okay. Now, you're going to tilt your pelvis backwards and forwards. And that means taking your lower back and pushing it onto the ground and then arching it. So it's a forward and backwards tilt with your pelvis, but you keep the pelvis on the ground while you do it. See, because it's a subtle movement again. You're not making big movements here. You're making softer, subtle movements. You do that about 5 times. All of these things are just to give the body some indicators. Here's another way we can move. See, so it might be able to follow that movement passively after you give it a little bit of direction. So after you've moved your pelvis forwards and backwards 5 times, just lay there and relax again. See if the tremor mechanism moves your body differently because of that. Okay, so now we're going to move further up the body. Now, we had heard somebody talk about an intervention before where they actually squeeze their rib cage. This is going to be similar to that. All I'm going to have you do is breathe all your air out, which will help collapse the rib cage or contract it, and the diaphragm as well. So breathe all your air out and then hold it as long as you can. Then when you breathe back in, just open your mouth and take a nice deep breath back in again. And see how your body responds to that. Some people it'll quiet their bodies down and some people will activate their bodies. Okay, so now we're going to go up to the shoulders and the arms here. So everyone's going to take their right hand, reach up to their left shoulder, and you're going to put your fingers behind the left shoulder, between the neck and the shoulder. Those muscles back there, you want to scrape them with your fingers because that's where a lot of the tightness is back there, okay? So you scrape them up over top of your shoulder there. And once you've scraped them a few times, you go over the shoulder and start squeezing all the muscles that's over the shoulder, all the ways down the arm, even into your fingers. So go past your wrist, into your hand, and into your fingers. You want to squeeze all of those muscles and that fascia pattern that goes down the arm like that. Because a lot of people have trouble getting movement in their arms or hands. So once you do that, you just want to rest for a minute. We'll give it a minute before we do the other side. Because we want to see, did that massage, did that start to loosen your left arm? Okay, now you want to take your left arm and reach up over and massage your right shoulder. Same thing, put the fingers behind the shoulder and scrape them up over the top of the shoulder because that's where a lot of the tightness is. And after you've scraped that a few times, then you go over the shoulder itself, squeezing your arm all the ways down to your fingers. And when you're done with that, just let your arms rest at your side and notice if your body was able to use that in any way. Okay, another way to try to loosen the shoulders and arms, think of this. You want your hands at your side. You want them on the side of your body. But what you're going to do is you're going to pull your shoulders towards you, like into the front of your body, not up your neck, but towards the front of your body. So pull your shoulders towards you. Your arms are just passive. It's a shoulder movement that you're making. So pull your shoulders towards you and then let them drop. Instead of setting them down, you're going to let them drop down. And you want to do that 5 times. So deliberately pull your shoulders forward and then let them drop. You're going to use your pectoral muscles for this one. Then you just relax and see if your body responds to that. Okay, and then the next one is actually going to be for your hands because some people have trouble getting the tremors down into their hands and fingers. So what you want to do is make 2 fists. So squeeze your fist really, really tight, and then open your fingers really, really wide, extending them as far as you can. And then squeeze them tight, and then open them again. And you want to do that 5 times as well. Then once you did that, just let your body relax again. See if your body uses that in any way at all. Okay, now we're going to start moving up into the neck and the head. So one of the things you want to do is slowly move your head in a yes motion. You don't want to pull it off the floor. You just want to pull your chin down into your chest and then stretch it backwards. Okay, so a gentle yes motion with your neck. And you want to do that about 5 times, breathing with that, because this can often help bring the shaking into the neck, particularly if you have it in the sacrum already, and this is kind of a craniosacral intervention. And after you do that, just lay there and rest again. See if you can still find the tremors in your legs, and see if that moves your neck or your head in a different way than usual. And then the obvious one after that is to slowly shake your head into a no motion. So using the muscles in the neck to slowly move your head no. Again, just keep it on the floor, make it nice, slow movement. Do that about 3 or 5 times. And once you finish that, just let your head go back into this forward position again, and then let your body decide if it needs to do anything with that. Okay, so now we'll go into the mouth, which Kathleen had suggested to us. Take your tongue and rotate your tongue around the teeth on the inside of the teeth, and try to go to each tooth and just move the tip of your tongue around to each tooth on both the top and the bottom. And after you're done with that, just lay and relax again. Okay, now if you can do this, you want to roll your tongue around again, around all your teeth, but this time on the outside of your teeth. So you take your tongue and curl it up around the outside of your teeth and roll it around both the top and the bottom. When you're done, just relax again. And then the other thing you can do with your tongue to help the deep front fascia line is you can stick your tongue out, stick it out as far as you can stick it out. That's it. And then pull it back in again. And do that about 3 times. And then let yourself relax again. See how your body responds to all of these. Now, oftentimes releasing the jaw actually helps to release the pelvis. So to release the jaw, you can do 2 things. Open your mouth as wide as you can, and then close it, and do that about 5 times. Just really open it wide and close it. And then you want to move your jaw, your lower jaw, back and forth to the left and right. So move your jaw back and forth to the left and the right about 5 times again. All of this is just giving your body the opportunity to remember that it can move all these different muscle and fascia groups. Another one for the jaw is to take your fingers and put them in the jaw joint. In the joint of the jaw, you kind of press in there. That's the masseter muscles. And then you open and close your jaw with your thumbs in the jaw joint. And that way you can massage those masseter muscles. Then when you're done, you let go. And now we're going to go to the occipital ridge. Go put your thumbs in the back of your head at the base of your skull and put it very close to the spinal column. Then you're going to push your thumbs in at the base of your skull. And you're going to then squeeze and come and slowly squeeze your thumbs into the base of your skull, coming from the spinal column all the ways out to your ears. Just follow the base of your skull all the ways around. That will often help release the tension that's in the head and the neck. And when you're done, just put your hands at your side and rest. And we'll do one last exercise before we close. JC taught us this one in a session. You're going to put your hands and your feet, point them up towards the ceiling, and shake them. She calls it the dead bug exercise. So put your hands and feet up there, shake them really strong. For only as much as you can. I mean, don't hurt yourself. Then when you get tired, just bring them back down and go back into the tremor position with your knees up, your arms at your side, and just rest. Slide your legs down, flat onto the floor. I'm going to give you 2 minutes just to rest because you put your body through a lot. You can rest on your back, on your side, or on your belly, whatever's most comfortable for you. This is your 2 minutes. Okay, very gently, when you're ready, roll to your side, push yourself up to a sitting position with your hands.